Get ready for an epic 2 days in Lucerne itinerary. From cruising Lake Lucerne and riding Europe's first mountain railway to savoring Swiss chocolate and exploring medieval bridges, we've packed this guide with must-see spots and hidden gems. Stick around for insider tips to make your trip unforgettable. Best time to visit Lucerne. Lucerne is a city that dazzles in every season, but for the most thrilling and picturesque experience, the best time to visit is between May and September. During these months, the weather is comfortably warm, perfect for boat rides on Lake Lucerne, hiking in the Swiss Alps, and exploring the city's charming old town. Summer also brings festivals, open-air concerts, and bustling street life. If you crave snow-capped mountain views, December through February transforms Lucerne into a winter wonderland with nearby ski resorts in full swing. Lucerne Airport Tips. Flying into Lucerne? Well, technically you'll land in Zurich Airport, ZRH, the closest international hub just an hour away by train. Zurich Airport is ultra-efficient, and you'll find trains to Lucerne departing directly from the airport station every 30 minutes. A one-way ticket costs around $35 USD, and the scenic journey offers your first taste of Switzerland's stunning landscapes, rolling hills, quaint villages, and pristine lakes. Where to stay in Lucerne? To fully soak up Lucerne's enchanting vibe, stay in the old town, Altstadt, or near the Lake Lucerne waterfront. These areas are perfect for first-timers, offering postcard views, cobblestone streets, and easy access to top attractions. For a luxe stay, Hotel des Balances offers a lakefront charm with rooms starting at $250 USD per night. On a budget, try Hotel des Alpes, a cozy spot in the heart of Old Town for around $150 USD per night. How to get around Lucerne. Lucerne is compact and incredibly walkable, but to explore beyond, you'll want to use the city buses and boats. The public transport system is top-notch and easy to navigate. Single tickets cost about $2.50 USD, but the real deal is the Tel Pass, offering unlimited travel on buses, boats, and even mountain railways for around $130 USD for 2 days. Insider tip. Many hotels provide a Lucerne visitor card, giving you a free city transport and discounts on attractions. Ask at check-in. Day 1. Explore Lucerne's old town, plus indulge in Swiss cuisine. Early morning. 400 milligram coffee corner. After a fabulous breakfast at your hotel, it's time to fuel up with a specialty coffee and dive into the charm of Lucerne's old town. One of my favorite spots for a smooth oat latte, a rich mocha, or even a decadent hot chocolate is 400 milligram coffee corner, which is tucked inside the renowned Max Chocolatier, Lucerne's own artisanal chocolate haven. Expect to spend around $6 to $8 USD for your drink, and trust me, it's worth every sip, especially if you're a chocolate lover. Another cozy spot to check out is Zip Cafe, known for its relaxed vibe and excellent brews, also around $6 USD. Wander Lucerne's Old Town. As you wander through Lucerne's pedestrian-only Old Town, Altstadt, you'll feel like you've stepped straight into the 15th century. Just imagine it without the modern crowds and souvenir shops. Spend 2 to 3 hours getting lost in the charm of those cobblestone streets and storybook squares where medieval buildings with intricate frescoes and colorful shutters are just begging to be photographed. Don't miss the Rathaus Town Hall, a 17th century gem proudly flying the Swiss flag alongside Lucerne's blue and white banner. As you meander through plazas like Weinmarkt, Hirschenplatz, and Kornmarkt, once the bustling site of a medieval corn market, you'll feel history come alive around every corner. Keep an eye out for Fritschibrunnen, a vibrant fountain decorated with whimsical masks, topped by the figure of a medieval nobleman, Fritschi. It's the perfect spot for a quirky photo op. As you explore, be sure to pop into some of the local shops, from stylish boutiques and Swiss jewelry stores to irresistible chocolatiers and bakeries, where you can grab a fresh pastry for around $4 to $6 USD. There's something for everyone. And if you're hunting for a classic Swiss souvenir, check out the shops selling Swiss Army knives or premium kitchen knives. Small pocket knives start at about $30 USD, and they make for a practical, uniquely Swiss keepsake. Insider tip. Many of the boutiques offer tax-free shopping for visitors. Just ask at checkout and save your receipts if you're planning to spend over $100. Mid-morning, browse the Wochenmarkt farmers market. If you're lucky enough to visit Lucerne on a Tuesday or Saturday, you're in for a real treat. That's when the charming Wochenmarkt, Lucerne's lively weekly farmers market, takes over the banks of the Rösti River from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., rain, shine, or even snow. Strolling through the market, you'll find stalls brimming with freshly baked bread, grab a crusty loaf for around $4, local alpine cheeses, small portions starting at $6 to $8, colorful seasonal flowers, and fresh pressed apple juice for about $3 a glass. Don't skip the pastries. Swiss butter croissants or fruit tarts here are divine and usually cost about $4 each. Insider tip: get there early for the freshest pics and the best photo ops before the crowds roll in. It's a perfect way to mingle with locals and sample authentic Swiss flavors. Stroll across the medieval bridges. Lucerne's downtown is home to two ancient gems that you absolutely can't miss: the iconic Chapel Bridge, Kapellbrücke, and the lesser-known but equally charming Chaff Bridge, Spreuerbrücke. These beautifully preserved medieval wooden bridges stretch across the Rösti River, offering stunning views and a real sense of stepping back in time. Walking both bridges is totally free and an absolute must for any Lucerne itinerary. The Chapel Bridge, with its famous tower and 17th century paintings under the roof, is a true symbol of the city. Just a short stroll away, the Chaff Bridge boasts a series of dramatic Dance of Death paintings, adding a unique and historical twist. Afternoon, the Chapel Bridge, Kapellbrücke. The Kapellbrücke Chapel Bridge is hands down Lucerne's most beloved landmark, and it's easy to see why. Built around 1360, this iconic wooden bridge originally served as part of the city's medieval fortifications and is now recognized as one of the world's oldest surviving truss bridges, stretching an impressive 672 feet across the Rösti River. In the summer months, the bridge transforms into a floral masterpiece adorned with hundreds of colorful flower boxes, a tradition that's been charming visitors since the 1940s. Not only does it look stunning, but the scent of fresh blooms as you walk through is simply delightful. As you wander along this free-to-visit attraction, don't forget to look up. The bridge's ceiling is lined with 62 painted triangular panels, each telling stories of Swiss history and Lucerne's rich heritage. These artworks make your stroll even more special, like walking through a living museum. Chaff Bridge, Spreuerbrücke. Just a 5-minute walk downriver from the famous Chapel Bridge, you'll discover its charming little sister, the Spreuerbrücke Chaff Bridge. Though smaller and a bit later, this wooden carved bridge has a personality all its own and is absolutely worth a visit, and yes, it's completely free to explore. What makes Spreuerbrücke extra special? Inside, you'll find 45 haunting yet fascinating painted panels depicting the Dance of Death, Totentanz, a reminder that life is a dance we all take, no matter who we are. It's both eerie and beautiful, offering a deeper glimpse into medieval beliefs and artistry. About halfway across, look for the tiny chapel of Maria auf der Reuss, Mary on the Reuss, a peaceful little spot tucked right into the bridge, perfect for a quiet moment or a unique photo. Visit the Jesuit Church, Jesuitenkirche. The iconic Jesuitenkirche, Jesuit Church, is a true gem and a must-see while in Lucerne. Built in 1666, it holds the title of Switzerland's oldest Baroque church and stands proudly along the Rösti River, offering stunning views of Old Town. Step inside, it's free to enter, and you'll be wowed by the elegant Baroque and Rococo stucco work, glittering treasury, and the impressive organ that still fills the church with heavenly music during concerts. And don't forget to admire the church's striking twin towers from the outside. They make for a picture-perfect spot against the river and historic cityscape. Insider tip: if you're feeling lucky, you might catch a free organ recital. Check the schedule posted near the entrance. The acoustics are incredible, and it's a magical way to soak in the church's beauty. Enjoy lunch along the riverside. Ready for lunch? Let's talk about one of the most idyllic lunch spots you could dream of. Dining al fresco right along the Rösti River with the stunning Chapel Bridge and Jesuit Church as your backdrop. Now that's a view. Here are some top picks to satisfy your cravings. Restaurant Chief. If you're in the mood for classic Swiss comfort food, this is your spot. Their creamy cheese fondue or hearty Rösti dishes are perfect for a traditional Swiss lunch, with meals averaging around 25 to 35 USD. Feeling fancy? Treat yourself to a more elevated experience at the Michelin-listed Des Balances, where you can enjoy a refined meal with those same magical views. A lunch here will typically cost around 50 to 70 USD, but it's an unforgettable dining experience. Late afternoon, take the funicular up to Chateau Gutsch. Next up, a must-add to your 2 days in Lucerne itinerary. Just a short walk from the old town, you'll find the entrance to the funicular that takes you up to the stunning Hotel Chateau Gutsch, a beautifully restored 19th century castle perched on a hilltop. Here's the best part. With your Lucerne visitor card, the funicular ride is completely free. Just press the button like an elevator, hop on, and enjoy the 90-second ride up to one of the best views in town. Once you reach the top, step out onto the hotel's panoramic terrace. The breathtaking views of Lucerne, the lake, and the surrounding mountains are something you'll never forget, so have your camera ready. After soaking in the scenery, head inside to the elegant American bar, adorned with gold leaf details, and treat yourself to a cocktail. Drinks here are a bit on the pricey side, with cocktails starting at around 18 to 20 USD, but the view and the vibe are totally worth the splurge. Stroll along the Musikmauer. Looking for something a bit off the beaten path? Don't miss a stroll along the Musikmauer, Musekwall, one of Lucerne's most underrated but totally fascinating sights. Built in the 13th century to protect the city from invaders, this is Switzerland's longest and best preserved defensive wall, stretching an impressive 2,600 feet. As you wander, you'll come across 9 unique watchtowers, each with its own quirky charm, some having spires, others showcase murals, clocks, or turreted rooftops. Surrounding the wall is a peaceful garden park, perfect for a nature walk. Keep an eye out for local wildlife like jackdaws, gooseanders, alpine swifts, and even bats fluttering about. During the summer months, you can climb the towers, walk along the top of the walls, and soak in some seriously epic panoramic views, and the best part? It's completely free. Insider tip: head up in the late afternoon for golden hour light and fewer crowds. The Ziet Tower has a working clock mechanism from the 1500s, definitely worth a peek. Early evening, check out the Lion Monument, Löwendenkmal. Surprised to hear that one of Lucerne's top attractions is actually a war memorial? Even more surprising, it honors the Swiss guards who died defending King Louis XVI during the storming of the Tuileries in Paris back in 1792. Yep, history can be full of twists. No matter how you feel about that bit of history, the Lion Monument, Löwendenkmal, is a must-see while exploring Old Town. This powerful sculpture shows a lion, mortally wounded, resting on a shield with the Latin inscription Helvetiorium fide ac virtuti, to the loyalty and brave of the Swiss carved above. Sculpted right into the side of a dramatic rocky grotto, the lion is both beautiful and haunting. And for an extra wow moment, you'll see his reflections shimmering in the pond below, perfect for a photo. The best part? Visiting the Lion Monument is completely free. Stop by the Church of St. Leodegar, Hofkirche. Just a short walk from the shores of Lake Lucerne, on a quieter side of town, you'll find the stunning Church of St. Leodegar, one of Switzerland's most important Renaissance-style churches, and honestly, its ornate facade alone is worth the visit, especially when the sun hits just right. This historic site dates all the way back to 735 AD, when southern Alemanni noblemen founded a monastery here. Over the centuries, it evolved into the magnificent church you see today. Step inside, it's free to enter, and you'll be greeted by grand arches, beautiful altars, and one of the most imposing 17th century organs in the country. If you're curious about hidden treasures, there's a treasury inside, but it's only accessible by guided tour, which usually costs around 10 to 12 USD. Evening, savor a traditional Swiss dinner. Ever heard of Lucerne's signature dish, Schugeli Pastetli? If not, you're in for a delightful surprise. This rich and flavorful dish features mushrooms, sausage, and a creamy sauce all wrapped in a flaky puff pastry shell. A true Swiss comfort food that deserves a spot on your Lucerne itinerary. For dinner, head to Hosta Rebstock, where you'll find a cozy, rustic, yet charming atmosphere perfect for enjoying seasonal, locally sourced Swiss cuisine. Their Schugeli Pastetli is a highlight typically priced around 28 to 35 USD. Looking for more great Swiss dinner spots? Rathaus Brauerei, serving traditional meats and house-brewed beer with meals around 25 to 35 USD. Old Swiss House, famous for their crispy Wiener Schnitzel with mains ranging 40 to 50 USD. Day 2. Cruise Lake Lucerne and explore the Swiss Alps. Ready for an adventure where the journey is just as breathtaking as the destination? No trip to Lucerne is complete without spending a day cruising the lake and heading up into the spectacular Swiss Alps. Whether you're drawn into the majestic Mount Rigi, a personal favorite, the legendary Mount Pilatus, don't miss the famous Golden Round trip, or feeling adventurous enough to explore further to Mount Titlis, or even Jungfraujoch, each option promises stunning views and unforgettable experiences. The best part? Every one of these trips includes a scenic boat cruise on Lake Lucerne, plus a mix of cogwheel trains, cable cars, and aerial gondolas, all offering jaw-dropping vistas along the way. Here's a quick look at the experiences. Mount Rigi. Known as the Queen of the Mountains, this trip includes a lake cruise and a ride on Europe's first mountain railway. Costs around 75 to 85 USD for the full experience, but free if you have the Swiss Travel Pass. Mount Pilatus Golden Round Trip. A thrilling mix of boat, cogwheel train, and aerial cable car with panoramic views you won't forget. Full trip costs about 80 to 90 USD. Mount Titlis. Famous for its rotating cable car and year-round snow, this adventure will set you back around 95 to 100 USD. Jungfraujoch. Known as the top of Europe, this epic journey is the most expensive, around 160 to 180 USD, but absolutely worth it for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Once you arrive, there's plenty to do: hiking, skiing, tobogganing, snowshoeing, or just relaxing with some Swiss alpine cuisine at cozy mountain restaurants. Some spots even have thermal spas, perfect for unwinding with a view. Insider tip: if you're visiting between May and October, the Golden Round trip to Mount Pilatus is especially magical, combining every mode of Swiss transport for a full-day adventure. And don't forget, many of these excursions are discounted for free with the Swiss Travel Pass or your Lucerne visitor card, so be sure to check before you buy. Take an adventure trip to Mount Rigi. I searched high and low for the best way to explore Mount Rigi, and I finally found it. A fun, flexible, and totally customizable self-guided day trip that was not only unique, but also gave us the best value for our adventure. And honestly, it turned out to be one of the most epic experiences of our trip to Lucerne. Feel free to copy our itinerary, it's a good one. Here's exactly how our day went. Lucerne, Witznau. We started with a scenic lake cruise from Lucerne to Witznau, which costs about 30 USD if booked individually, or it's free with a Swiss Travel Pass or Lucerne visitor card. Witznau to Rigi Kulm. From Witznau, we boarded the historic cogwheel railway, Europe's first mountain railway, straight up to Rigi Kulm with breathtaking views all the way. This leg is about 36 USD, but again, covered by the Swiss Travel Pass. Exploring on the mountain. Since we were doing a self-guided trip, we hit the snow hiking trails atop Mount Rigi, soaking in panoramic views at every turn. You can also choose to ski, snowshoe, or go sledding, tobogganing, whichever fits your mood. You'll find a handy interactive trail map online to plan your route in any season. Alpine lunch. For lunch, we stopped at restaurant Bahnhofy and enjoyed raclette, hearty goulash, and a refreshing beer out of their sunny deck. Expect to pay around 20 to 30 USD per person. We had our hearts set on fondue at Käseboden, but heads up, it's cash only, and we didn't come prepared. Mineralbad and Spa Rigi Kaltbad. After more hiking, we reached Rigi Kaltbad, where we spent about 2 blissful hours at the thermal spa, relaxing in warm pools with stunning mountain views. Entry costs around 40 USD. Rigi Kaltbad, Vegis. From there, we took the cable car down to Vegis, which costs about 20 USD, or included with a Swiss Travel Pass. Vegis to Lucerne. Finally, we cruised back to Lucerne on another beautiful lake ride, just in time for a delicious dinner at Brasserie Bodu in Altstadt. The perfect end to an incredible day. Dinner here runs about 35 to 50 USD per person, and it was fabulous. The sheer beauty on Mount Rigi, known as the Queen of the Mountains, at 6,000 feet above sea level will absolutely take your breath away. This self-guided day trip was hands down a highlight of our time in Switzerland. Insider tip: bring some cash just in case you stumble upon cash-only restaurants like we did, and wear layers. Even in the warmer months, the mountain air can get chilly. You can easily customize this trip to fit your style, but if you want to experience this exact route, it's one for the books. Hope you loved this 2 days in Lucerne itinerary and found it packed with inspiration for your trip. If you're craving more Swiss adventures, be sure to check out our How to Spend 3 Days in Zurich, Switzerland travel guide, filled with more hidden gems, must-see spots, and insider tips to make your next journey just as unforgettable. See you there!